Hi friends, welcome to Tutors Funny channel. We have completed the category section. Let me start the brand section. So brand section, first you have to make the entity. So we have already created the category class, right? So here we have created the brand. So you have to select the entity package, new. You have to create here is a brand. Brand, first what you are going to do is you have to make the entity. So select this one, pass it over here the brand. This one you have to call it as brand. Right, so here what you're going to do is inside here, so you have a generator, this all things you just copied and paste it over here. Right, so there's a generated id auto here, not a category, this is a brand id, this is the column. Right here, this is the brand id, this is the API. Yes, the API. So these are the API we have values will be passing through the like this. So here the second one is a brand name, brand name. This one also brand name. Right, so we are declaring the length here, also length. So here is a column activity, active, whether it is which consists of true or false. It's a boolean type. Okay, here tiny int, you select as first default one. Right, so we have a columns brand id, brand name, and active. Right, so after that, first we have to make the entity, second we have to make the DTO. This is a flow working. DTO, select the DTO, right? So the say entity. So here we have to do another thing is simply you have to make it as get and set method. So you can implement the get and set method using the no arch the constructor as well. Okay, here. Okay, all arch constructor like this. So here at the moment the entity. So here what you're going to do is I'm going to add it the normal way, right? So like this way. So you can, instead of writing like this, you can import the packages, all are considered like the same thing what I did here, right? So here what I'm going to do is I'm going to all things that import it. So you have to understand easily, right? So here generate constructor, all the values I'm going to select it, all the shift key down and click OK, all constructor, right? After that, right click, generate constructor. I have a two parameters, brand name, and you select both, hold on shift key down and click OK. Parameter is constructor. Third one should be select right click, generate constructor, select non-constructor. After that we have another one is a get and set method. Right click, generate get and set method, select all the fields, hold on shift key down and click OK. Right. After that we have a string. So we are select this one, right click, generate toString method, click OK. Right, perfect. We implement all the things. Right, perfect. Now, what you're going to do is, after that the entity class, we have to move into the DTO. Select the DTO, right click, new, Java class. First one is a brand DTO. Second one, I'm going to make it as a brand save DTO. Third one would be brand update DTO. We have created three different DTOs, right? First, the category DTO, that we have to implement these three things. Copy this. We have to paste it over here. This one you have to write brand ID. So brand name, second one is so the same properties here. So all things. Copy this, paste it over here. We don't need this space. Get rid of these lines. Right. Now here we have a brand ID, brand name, activity. So we have to implement the constructor. First we have a all arch constructor. After that no arch constructor. Third one annotation should be the data, right? So the same thing I just copied and saved ETO as well. You have to implement it over here. Here also we have tried these two things only. So when you save the record, we now need the ID. The rest of the field we needed, so that I just copy this. You have to paste it over here. Right. Out of the another ETO, we have to make it as a brand update ETO. We have made. So this ETO, we need all the fields. This all the fields. So we have just copy this. All the constructor we need. After that, we need these properties. You copy it and paste it over here. That's it. That's the thing you have tried. Perfect. This is the thing. Perfect. We have done the perfect thing. Right? Okay. Right. Now we successfully made the entity class and ETO. After that, you have to make the controller. Select the controller package. You have to create the controller, which is a brand controller. Right. Brand controller. First, you have to implement this annotation. So you just copy it, paste it above over here. First one is a REST controller, cross-origin, request mapping. You have the request is coming API, version, brand. The request is coming like this, right? So you have to define the API endpoint, right? API, this is nothing but a version, brand, right? So okay, first, the same thing. I just copy these two lines of the category. You no need to write. Once you made this one, the same thing, you just copy and paste it over here. Right? We don't write again by again. It take too much of time to complete the project, right? Now, what you're going to do is, here I'm going to make this one as a first, we have to make this one we have to make the service. The service, we have to create the service, select the service package, right click. This one should be, first one, brand service, which is not a class, which is an interface. After that, inside the IMPL package, we have to create another class, which is a brand service IMPL. Right. Okay. Right. So now what you're going to do is a brand. What you're going to do is now you can see here. This is uh, we have a brand. So we have this a post mapping. When you save the record, we are using a post mapping. Path which is saved, you can write it like this. Without the path, you can write like this. This is also possible. If you want, you can put the path key equal save. The endpoint is coming brand slash save. You have to go to the public string. You have to make the function which is a save brand. Request body. Here we have to make it as brand DTO. Right. So here also we have to write it here as brand DTO. Save. Sorry, brand save DTO. Okay, so we have to write brand save. You write like this. You have it. What are the things you are write it here? You have to write it implement it here, right? So your brand save DTO. Sorry, this one should be hit, which is or present the key. Right. So here, so brand, yeah, it automatically hit bottom. Right. Now, once API request is coming from here, where the ETO format, it passing to the controller from here. It is passing to the brand name. You have to create the variable equal. It is sending to the where brand service. So you have to write the here auto where. What is the auto where brand service class? This class. You have to create the object brand service, right? So this one, you have to pass it over here. Here we have to make the method which is the add brand. Here this one passing to here, right? Return this brand name once you add the right. Now here we have created the method which is add brand over here. So this method, you have to click on this. Here there is a red symbol button. You can see the button is there. If you click on this, it will pop up the red button. You have click on this icon. Here it will be display the text which is a create method at brand in it, it is asking you are going to create the add brand method on brand service interface. Yes, so click on this, it will be created. You nothing to do it, right? So after that the stuff, you have an interface. You only we have an interface. So this interface we have to implement it. So where we have to implement that brand service IMP. So how to implement that? You have to use here as a service. You got this one. Do the service. You have to write the service annotation because it's a service. First you have to write the service annotation. You have to write the implement keywords. You have to write the implement keyword. What then you have to implement that brand service. If I implement that, this is not error. It is telling we have a one method in the this service, which is a this service. We have to implement it. So select this one, get symbol, implement methods. Click on this. You have implemented. Perfect. Now what you're going to do is here. Now I'm going to add the record. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the same thing. What I did here on our category, the same thing I just copied, paste it over here. Right. So here we have right the brand mean we can't save the record directly via the entity. So here we have the entity brand. Right. So here we have got a brand. This one, paste it over here. Here we write the brand DTO save. So we have right here. What you are going to do is here brand here this one. Brand DTO save. This is brand DTO save. This method. Right. This method, we have a method which is a get. So you can see brand save DTO. If you are write like this, all large constructor, the method should be automatically implemented. So what's the method? You can get brand name here. Second one is active. It is there. So you can see here, it's active. There are two methods, right? After that, what I'm going to do is this repo. Which repo? Category repo. So here right here the right category. So here we have repo. What you're going to do is here we have write the repo. We have to get the repo which is a brand repo. This is the SQL query written part here. Right, so already explained. This is not a class interface. This interface we have a this JP repository. Just copy it. These things you have to paste on here. That's it. That's the thing we have right. So this one should be the brand, right? So all the CRUD operation is managed by this one. So all press enter key to implement your brand. This brand means this is the entity. Okay, the brand entity. This is the integer mean the primary key. What's the primary key of the field, which is an integer. If it's a long, you have to implement it over here as long. So I have write it's a integer, so that is integer. Right, perfect. After that, what you're going to do is you have to auto add right here private brand repo you have to write brand repo. This one, this repo you have to pass it over here dot save. You're passing this brand over here, right? So this brand you have to pass it over here. This brand dot get brand name, right? Very simple task we have made it. Very simple task we have made it. Okay, very simple task we have made it, right? So what is the data is coming here? We have to make the object of the entity class objects this brand. So because the entity is a part where communicate the database. Okay. So after that there is another layer called repo. This is the one where we are creating this object you are passing to here. The repo there is a method save. This one should be the right insert query. This data is coming here. We have set the data. We are setting to this here, this entity format to database. So we have to write the query. So how to write the query? We have to implement the repo. Repo is the insert into the table which name is what's the table name, brand values. These are the values are coming from GTO format. These values passing to here. That's the thing you have to write it. Okay, you understand the flow, then the program is easy. So we have to write this one as a postman. Let's check it via the postman. The record is how the flow is working on the records added, right? So let me check it. Let's open up. Right now, let's run the application whether it's successfully or not. It's running, no problem. So here the brand table has been created. Here the all things has been created, brand table and everything has been created, right? Perfect, no problem. So here point system, we only the category fields are there. So here if you have to refresh it, so here now you can see the brand table has been created. Here the brand table has been created, right? So here the brand table, if you click on this, these are the following columns has been created. Now what you're going to do is we have to we have to first you have to write here, so, right. Okay, now we have to check with this the API because whether it's coming. I have opened my Postman. So here click on this plus symbol. So this we have to check on this. So you have to check on here. So how to check on this is your, you already check it, this one. This is our category part. So this is category part. Save record the same thing. Copy this. This is the post request. So this is a post mapping. You can see here there is a post mapping. Okay, this is a post mapping. Here is a post mapping. Right? So post mapping. So post mapping. So you have this post. So the post mapping you have to write the endpoint. So brand. So these are the endpoints. So you just copy it. So the API and brand. Right. Slash. There's a method which is a save. So you have to implement the save method, which is a post request body row open and close bracket. Here what I'm going to do is I'm going to implement these things. DTO save, copy this, paste it over here. The JSON format. We have to get rid of these lines. And here we have to write like this way. This one should be brand. We have to write as a LG. Activity should make it as true. Okay, it's come. Let me check it whether it's working fine or not. Click send button. Here the LG is added. Now I'm going to another brand. I'm going to add the Sony brand. Click on this. The Sony is added. Another brand, Samsung. Click add it added successfully. Now you will be able to check it whether it's added or not in your database table. Here this database. Click on this. The brand is added. Brand names added. Actives and brand ID will be added. Successfully we have done the stuff. I'll see in my next lecture in time.